Yo, welcome back everybody to a brand new video here on the second channel. We got some more trainer Pokemon cards to look at here. Now, they are not going to be coming out in Journey Together, unfortunately, but they will most likely be coming out in our next set, which will be in May, which I think is going to be the Team Rocket set. But yeah, we have these brand new decks that got revealed. Steven's Metagross EX, so we're going to get Steven cards for trainer Pokemon, and we're going to get Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Now, we actually got to see a sneak preview of Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX at the World Championships last year, but we'll have to see what other new cards that the Marnie deck gets, because I know a lot of people were confused, like, where's the Marnie Pokemon? It got revealed in the World Championships, but we didn't get it in Journey Together. What's going on? But yeah, I'm excited to look at the new Steven and Marnie here. I'll leave a link to Pokebeach, the site I'm using, down below if you want to go check them out for yourself. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. We're on the road to 21,000 subs here over on the second channel. I hope to see some of y'all in San Antonio this weekend. Literally leaving for San Antonio very soon. My flight's literally today, so I'm excited to go and visit. I just posted my tier list. You want to go check it out. So yeah, Marnie, Steven's Metagross. So first off, we got the Marnies. We do have Marnie's Impidimp and Marnie's Morgrim. Nothing too crazy there, but of course we do have the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. So like I said, we did get a peek at this card at the World Championships. I guess since it has been so long, let's reread it here. So it's got that ability, Punk Up. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 5 basic dark energies and attach them to your Marnie's Pokemon in any way you like. Now, that's a pretty insane ability. That's a lot of energy. Bro, that's like Charizard EX, but even better. Like, Charizard puts fire energy in play 3. This is putting 5 energy in play. Now, it's only specifically on a Marnie Pokemon. So, of course, you can build up your own Marnie's Grimmsnarl. You do have that Shadow Bullet attack that is 180 damage. Then you do 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Marnie's Grimmsnarl is, however, a Stage 2, which I think is like the one thing that maybe holds it back a little bit to Stage 2, but depending on what other Marnie cards we do receive, this card could be a decent way to put energy into play onto your Marnie's Pokemon. You know, it's not like rare candy's going anywhere, so definitely not too shabby. The first card that we can play it with is Marnie's Morpeko, which has 70 HP. It's got the attack Spiked Wheels for 3 colorless energy, does 20 damage, and it does 40 more damage for each dark energy on this Pokemon. So Marnie's Morpeko is probably going to be like your, I guess, your main attacker. It's only got 70 HP, but you know what that means, buddy poffin. And then, of course, yeah, 40 times is a pretty good multiplier. You're doing 20 base damage, so 1 dark energy alone would be 60, and then 100, and then 140, then 180, 220, the list goes on. So, I mean, 1 Marnie's Grimmsnarl could be a pretty good way to fuel up your Marnie's Morpeko. I guess it kind of reminds me a little bit of like how Archaladon would play, where like you would go Archaladon, and then the Archaladon would have no energy on it because you used it on something else. You could, like, Turo your Archaladon or something. And I guess it's, like, kind of the same vibe I get here with the Marnie's Morpeko Grimmsnarl engine. My issue with Marnie's Morpeko, though, is, like, your 7 HP attacker, you have to commit an entire Grimmsnarl to the Morpeko, which kind of sucks. Honestly, I think Marnie's Grimmsnarl legit just might be better as, like, a Charizard EX, where it's, like, you don't really play these other, like, random Pokemon that you could accelerate energy to. You just play Grimmsnarl by itself. That might be the way to go. But there is another new Marnie's card to look at here. We do have the Marnie's, or the Spikemuth Gym anyways, which is obviously going to be with the Marnie Pokemon. Spikemuth Gym. Once during each player's turn, that player may search your deck for a Marnie's Pokemon and put it into their hand. So, pretty good way to find your Grimmsnarls, right? You can go Spikemuth, Arvin for Rare Candy, Spikemuth for Grimmsnarl. So you're probably going to play 4 of these. So at least you have a pretty solid stadium for the deck. I legit think this deck is probably just better. I mean, we have yet to see if there's going to be any more Marnie's Pokemon. I hope there is. Morpeko, Grimmsnarl, you know, whatever. Maybe we'll get more Marnie's Pokemon. If we see a couple more Marnie Pokemon, we'll have to see. But I'm interested if they're going to be good, because I think the Morpeko's fine. But again, you do have to waste your Grimmsnarl to do to do big damage, right? That's kind of the issue. You know, Dark Patch is rotating, which would have been a pretty good card for the Morpeko. We do have Janine, I guess, in the format, but I don't know. We'll see. It's not a bad card at all. I think that the Grimmsnarl Spikemuth combo is really powerful, and we might see this Marnie Grimmsnarl deck be better just as a Grimmsnarl deck. We'll have to see. All right, Steven's Pokemon. I'm pretty excited about this. I know some of y'all might be excited. You know, your Gen 3 enjoyers in the chat. We got Steven's Metang and Beldum here. 70 HP Beldum, Buddy Poffinable. And then we got the Steven's Metagross. So yeah, we got the Grimmsnarl EX, and we're going to get the Metagross EX. Steven's Metagross has a whopping 340 HP. This is one tanky Pokemon. It's got that X-Boot ability. Once you're in turn, you may search your deck for a basic Psychic Energy and a basic Metal Energy and attach them to your Psychic or Metal Pokemon in any way that you like. Now, that's a pretty dang good ability. Energy Acceleration is obviously really strong. We already do have good Psychic Metal Energy Acceleration in the format in the form of Gardevoir and Metang and I guess Archaludon. Still, though, not a bad ability. I mean, that's a pretty good ability, and from the looks of it, it doesn't look like you can limit to one Metagross. So you can actually have like 2 of these in play and put 4 energy into play out of nowhere. It doesn't look like it says it's limited to 1 Metagross a turn, which is really powerful. So to be honest, Metagross EX doesn't seem bad at all. It doesn't say that it's limited to Steven Pokemon. It says your Psychic or Metal Pokemon any way you like. So it's not limited to Steven Pokemon, which is kind of nice. So yeah, Metagross definitely not bad. It's Attack Metal Stomp, does 200 damage. Yeah, it's a little underwhelming because 200 is not the magic number you want to hit. If it was doing 220, this would actually be a very powerful card. Maybe that's why they actually made it do 200 damage. I mean, kind of like Archaludon, you're just this big, beefy metal Pokemon that can charge itself up. Maybe that's just how you're going to play it. It does 200 damage. Maybe you can play it with Max Belt, Black Belt, Kieran, just to fix numbers. This card would be really good against big basic decks, right? 340 HP tank that accelerates energy to itself. The ability stacks. You can have multiple Gross in play. Oh my gosh, this card could be decent. Now, we do have a Stadium and another Pokemon to go with Steven. So we got the Steven's Carbon here. It's got that Stone Palace ability. As long as the Pokemon is on your bench, each of your Steven Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks. The effect, however, does not stack. So unlike Metagross, the ability will not stack. So you can't have like 2 of these in play and reduce damage by 60. Not a bad ability, though. I mean, right off the bat, Metagross has 340 HP. You know, combine that with the card bank, Metagross will have 370 HP in total. Like, your opponent has to do that much damage to one-shot you, which is really powerful. So I think that's a great addition to the deck. Steven's Carbink is pretty good. It's making me sold in this Metagross deck a little bit more now. And then, of course, we got the Granite Cave Stadium here. Steven's Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks. So you have Granite Cave and Carbink to make Metagross take 60 less damage. This thing is an absolute unit. This thing has effectively 400 HP if you want to combine the Carbink and Granite Cave. Your opponent needs to do 400 damage to one-hit KO a Metagross EX. That's crazy. Not even Raging Bolt is going to do that half the time, which is wild. On top of the fact that you could play it with Hero Escape, bro. There you go. 500 HP Metagross deck. YouTube video right there. Content. Oh my god. Content farm engagement for sure. I don't think Hero Escape Metagross is actually that good. I think it's probably better with Max Belt because, I mean, it self-accelerates itself. It's hella tanky. Just play it with damage modifiers. You got yourself a pretty solid deck where Metagross is not only hard to KO, but does a bajillion damage if you play the modifiers. And the last card that got revealed here is the Energy Recycler reprint. I'm happy to see this card come back. It's not a bad card at all. Energy Recycler was a pretty crucial card in the previous format for like Kyogre Lost Box. That deck no longer exists and will not exist when this card comes out. Lost Zone just rotates, but it's a pretty good card to have in the format. There are decks that want to do this type of effect. I think a big one is going to be the Metang decks. I know like we have Archaludon and now we have Metagross in the format, but I mean Metang's still a pretty solid card. So I mean Metang now has Energy Recycler back instead of just playing 4 Rod. Not bad. I mean this card would have been a little good with Dialga Metang, so maybe they printed it after Dialga rotated on purpose. But yeah, cool to have back. Trying to think, can't think of many decks that would play it right away, but it's a pretty solid card, and I'm glad to see Energy Recycler return in some capacity. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about these new cards. Again, this new Metagross EX definitely looks like it's going to be a pretty fun card to play. There might be other ways you can put energy, like other Pokemon to power up. Let me know if there's any other Metagross partners you can think of. I can't think of any off the top of my head, other than just playing it by itself with the Carbink and stuff. But if you can think of any other more Pokemon that you could put energy into play with Metagross, let me know. If there's any other Metal Psychic Pokemon, like I guess Archaludon, but like you already put energy on yourself. So I don't know about that, but we'll have to see on that one. Metagross definitely is a really cool card, and I'm excited to see the Steven stack. We'll have to see if we get any more Marnie's Pokemon. I'm not sure if this is all we're getting. Hopefully we get more Marnie's Pokemon, because I think there is potential with that Grimmsnarl Stadium combo with like Arven, Candy, and stuff. There's definitely some cool things you can do there, but I just don't think Morpeko is enough to make the deck like super good. I think there's got to be some more Marnie cards we get that make the deck a little bit stronger. So I'm expecting we're going to see more soon, I think. Hopefully we'll see. But if you enjoyed the video here on the second channel, let me think of the Marnie's Pokemon and the Metagross down below. A bit of a shorter video, not too many cards got revealed, but you know, some decent ones got revealed nonetheless. Hope to see some of y'all in San Antonio this weekend. As always, subscribe if you're new to the channel, leave a link to Pokebeach, and yeah, bye-bye.